Hello guys, it is Lasgo21 back with another episode of the Simpsons Tap Tap. So in today's episode we're going to be going over Act 3 of the story. So yeah, let's get right into it. The deduction is nearly complete, and all because of the simple changes I made to the 3 laws of robotics. First law, obey Master Hawking. Second law, hurt everyone else. Third law, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's ox. Yes, snuck one in there. Now for the final step of my plan, I will upgrade myself into a huge and terrifying robot. It will require a fortune in game money and 20 years of tapping. Greetings from the year 20 years from now. Who are you? I am Mechahawk, better known as you from the future, fully upgraded and ready to lead the robot army against the scientifically challenged. Sounds good. Starting with you, Professor Hawking, for you see, some of your theories turned out to be a little off. Help, Skyfinger. So we have fend off Mechahawk with the polyvac. So let's do that. So I don't think it's anything special, so I just click start. So you protected the polyvac, you tapped 32 robots to low reward, blah blah blah. So that's part 1 of the quest. If we could shrink the black hole somehow, we could cut off their gateway from the future. What if I shove a big old cherry bomb in there? No, any matter or energy will just make the hole larger, and thus more comfortable to invade through. What about antimatter? Even worse, the antimatter will annihilate with matter to create huge amounts of energy, which will convert back into still more matter. It's hopeless. Or is it? So Frink's back. Professor Frink, where did you come from? I time traveled here from Act 2, remember? Now heave that antimatter on in there. Trust me, for once. So we'd have Stephen Hawking heave antimatter into the black hole. So we'll speed that right up. Did you see that fabulous flash as the antimatter went into the black hole? I was way deep in a nap, but I'll take your word for it. Strange. It didn't look like Hawking radiation. It wasn't. It was Frink radiation with the noises and the blinging lights and the things of that nature. It seems to have dazed the robots and even Mechahawk. I don't see how this is possible, but what do I know? Other than nearly everything quickly, shove more antimatter in the black hole. So we need to make alternate homers, throw antimatter into the black hole, and use the polyvac to fend off Mechahawk. So, there we go. So we finished that one. Throw antimatter into the black hole. While these alternative homers are visiting your Springfield, keep sending them to throw antimatter into the black hole. So that's part 2. Hot pastrami. Score another point for Frink. I'm deeply embarrassed. My equation for Hawking radiation emitted the third order effect of Frink radiation, a scientific error of the most trivial and therefore worst kind. Accordingly, you must die. Not on my watch, buddy, by which I mean those other homers' watch. More antimatter somebody. So we need to use the polyvac to fend off Mechahawk again, and we'll speed through that. There we go, we fended the robots off again. You may think you have the upper hand with your antimatter and your amnesia, but I'll have the last laugh. Since when do robots laugh? I thought you guys were emotionless. Technically, I'm really more of a cyborg. I still have a brain, 3 sweat glands, and a toenail. But the point is this. I'm equipped with a doomsday device. If you attack me again, I'll destroy Springfield. If I know me, he's bluffing. Let him have it. Oh, please no. Oh, okay. On the other hand, he might not be bluffing. Okay, Mechahawk. Now it's personal. It wasn't personal when the robots were stabbing me. I have to draw the line somewhere. So we need to fend off Mechahawk King once and for all. And there we go. We fended him off for possibly the final time. And there we go. So that was something. We did it. We defeated Mechahawk and his robot army. Professor Frank, for your tremendous contribution to the field of astrophysics, I hereby award you the prestigious Hawking Medal. This is by far the greatest honor of my career, and I likewise award you with the Frank Medal. Whatever. I hate to interrupt this one-way love fest, but the wormhole is starting to smoke and belch fire. Like Patty and Selma. This is rather worrisome. If I could scream, I would. For a long time. So we need to have Stephen Hawking ponder a solution. The wormhole is about to blow a cataclysmic blast of both Hawking and Frank radiation. We've got to shut it down. According to my calculations here, with the scribbles, a sudden influx of sufficient mass should cause a hypothetical worm clog. Quite so, but it will require the mass equivalent of a small planet, specifically the entire mass of 5 homers. Hey, it's rather insensitive of you to talk about my weight like that. I'm talking about the alternate homers. Oh, yeah, those guys are total pigs. I'd be offended if I wasn't such a pig. 5 homers came out, 5 must go back in to the hole. So that's part 1 of the status quo. So we just jump into that featureless void? Exactly. I couldn't have phrased it better myself. And you said that will safety return to our Homer universes? I said no such thing. Move it along. So we need to do this again. Count off as you jump into oblivion. 1, 2, grunt, 5. So we need to do this once again. And away they go. That just leaves regular Homer. And another regular Homer? Something's wrong. Only 4 Homer masses went into the hole. Wait a second. Look over here, behind this decoration. There's a monocle, a cape, and 2 mustache halves. Evil Homer must have shaved and removed his costume. He looks exactly like Dad now. Mwahahahahaha. You'll never get away with this, Evil Homer. I'm not Evil Homer, you're Evil Homer. Which fatso is it? There is only one way to settle this. An identical sci-fi twin fight. Take this and this. I got a knuckle sandwich for you. Knuckle sandwich. Geez, them 2 identical Homers are pretty evenly matched. Be careful, homie. You're right near the event horizon. Oh no, one Homer threw the other into the wormhole. So we'd have one Homer, I think the main Homer, or both Homers fall into the wormhole. Hurrah! That makes 5 Homers worth of mass. The wormhole is now successfully clogged. Once again, science has saved the day. Everything worked out nicely. But which Homer are you? The dad one or the evil one? You don't know? I'm honestly not that sure. During the fight, I got punched really hard on my bald spot, and now I also have amnesia. Multi-amnesia, the sign of top-quality sci-fi writing. Hey Dad, when did you put on that monocle? I always wear a monocle. Or do I? And that's what we call the uncertainty principle. Thanks for playing, everyone. So, Act 3 complete. Congratulations, you foiled the evil robots and saved the multiverse. And Homer's probably fine. Now back to work. I'll stay around for longer than a visit. Mwahahaha. So that's Evil Homer, and that's the final person in the Interdimensional Travelers. So that is gonna be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and see